Gurkant. Low maintenance. Gurkant seeks fertile soil to improve the yields of his newly plowed fields. I'm going to try to get some sleep now. Oh, almost midnight for you. Okay. It's been fun and good luck. Thank you for coming and checking out my stream. I hope you'll pop back in again. I'm going to be streaming Tuesdays through Saturdays from 3 to 9 p.m. Central Time. Since it's midnight, I assume you're somewhere over the pond. I don't know the time difference, but yeah, I mean, it'll be around this time, Mondays or Tuesdays through Saturdays. Blast, at this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. If only we had black loam. Just a bit could send our stocks soaring. I'll bet. Oh God, Rotvita knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the orchard. Rovita. 50 years of farming have taught me the songs of the soil and the words of the wind. Now the men come in from sea and wish to hear them. It is good to know the knowledge will not die with me. That Gherkin got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black loam. But if you dare to pinch some from the cook pot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the aurochs that dwell there. Once you've 3 bushels worth, take the black loam to Frivol at Tiller's Rest. He'll know what to do. Yon torches light the way to Seasong Grotto for souls lost at sea. The verse engraved on its memorial was first found carved in the deck of a shipwreck and has become a favored litany among Leminsan seafarers. You know, everybody here is so poetic. I do not fear the aurochs. As a matter of fact, I shall pet the auroch. Oh, poor thing is wounded. Over here. I think I may turn the mount music off. I had it off for like years. I don't know why I turned it back on. Oh, I think it was because I got the lunar whale and everybody was talking about the music for it. There we go. Even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. Quite literally a steaming sack of shite. Okay. But a bit of this black loam ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering black loam is not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, huh? Ha 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 ha. And don't tell me Gurkha and Ravita neglected to mention where black loam comes from. Well, surely you figured it out on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Aurochs lair, of all places. It comes from the Aurochs lair, I bet it. A little bit closer to the Aurochs, maybe. Well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us the Black Loam, and we can expect a bountiful harvest as a result. Thank you. Plowshares to swords. Friwall needs stolen farm tools recovered. Confounded pirates. They know nothing of tillin', only killin'. Stealing our shovels to melt and forge into axes of all things. They're biting the hand that feeds them, the mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach those curs a lesson in obedience myself if I hadn't sworn to Stalevern that I wouldn't fight no more. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they've sown. Shovels, the only thing that shed houses now are hungover freebooters. Away from the orchards and out of the boss's sight. Perfect spot for a nap. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Maybe right there. Easy peasy. I wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Stolen farm tool. Without tools like these, the tillers who frequent Tiller's Rest would have a hard time tilling. Good to see the tools back and in serviceable condition, which will be more than we can say of Severin when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Spied him meeting the pirates in secret, I did. I couldn't care less if the wastrel won't work, but when he consorts with cut purses that take our tools away, he's crossed the line. Stalevern ought to know what sort of scallywag he's dealing with. Take word to him, would you? Yeah, it just says the same thing. Pirates making off with our tools. Freeval did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my crops. But I'll be damned if Severin thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. I've come to expect a great deal from you, lass, and you've never once let me down. Yet what I'd ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? Nod. Just desserts. Stalevern has reason to believe that Severin is up to no good. Something must be done. It eases my mind to have your ear. You're no doubt familiar with that scoundrel Severin by now. Yeah, there's been quite a bit of talk about him. Well, the scheming scapegrace is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been skulking about in that manner he does when he's up to no good. Now he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when last I had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as hunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. The ungrateful little cur uh, bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I try asking Grinvita at the Aetherite. She was the last one to see him. I dare say she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. And where's she? Okay. Nothing that passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for Woad Whisper Canyon not long ago, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Cheeky sod said I should join them. I told him I'd rather shrivel up than sip whatever it was that had pickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure and give them a cuff round the ear from me, will you? Merlvib's forcing pirates to trade their swords for plowshares and start anew on land. Far be it from me to answer the admiral, but how can a man who has spent his entire life reaping be taught to sow? Learn to code. Oh. Of all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery bastard's done. Claiming to take the lads out for a drink, only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. It don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severin, so I was ready, but the others weren't so lucky. You've got to help them. And they're down here, I presume. Yep. My axe may as well have been a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better, or the sorry bastards in there are done for. Oh. A duty. Severin might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. I'd sooner bow to a fishback than be in that conniving bastard's debt. To arms! A true knave. You betray even yourself, Severin. Ugh. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the serpent reavers twice. You will not do so a third time. Cowering behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. Honorless wretch, your life is all you have left. The way they animate smiles is always so creepy. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. Wow. Do Ascians already getting involved in this crap? O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Is a golem really a creature of the abyss? Just figured it was elemental. I'll kill it either way. These 2-button rotations are just glorious. You are strong, but are you strong enough to withstand this? Oh, well, I'll take it. Stun it, and then I got stunned different place on Dragoon, which I've been playing most lately. Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested. That the golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. I see you there. Skulking, as Ascians are wont to do. Ooh. Sighed, the snake slithered away. I'm only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. And he didn't even scratch. Ooh! I think this is the first, well, I mean, there was the crystal thing, but this is the first echo. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known Laminzan factions. Whom do they serve? The Beast Tribes? Surely not. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sahagin and Kobold activity. Something is afoot. The question is, what? I just love that animation. She does it all the time. I mean, like every character does it, but I don't know. It's just something about her doing it. Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone 2. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. The seas continue to rise. Dalamud. While the lesser moon continues to fall. And ilm by ilm, the world becomes even more unlike itself. It is as Louis Soif foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed of Charlian ring more true. They just straight up dumped those Aethero binoculars or whatever at some. I think it was just by like Heaven's Word. They never used them again because I think they all had them on them. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see ether. Wow, if that's not some, I don't know if it's technically foreshadowing, but definitely interesting. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlian seem commonplace. Here, for you. Have you come for the festivities? Today the Maelstrom officially makes that great hole in the sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. Great hole in the sea. Is that supposed to be the wolf's den? I mean, they're saying training ground, so... I'm not aware of a hole in the sea. I don't know what that's about. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric flow. But whence does it emanate? Seasong Grotto. Seasong Grotto, perhaps? Damn those migraines. What have we here? Can you walk? I know who that is. 'Tis I. Regrettably, no, he eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore. You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? God, even now she's just kind of like, yeah, you pass out from time to time, but whatever. I mean, obviously she knows about the echo, so it's still just kind of funny. Severin here has apprised me of all that transpired. His account sheds some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing, so arcane is its workings. But then these tattooed wretches are no common pirates. They are the minions of the Sahagin. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Stelvern will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation, but I am certain he would like to thank you in person. Pray pay the man a visit. Ah, he told me of you, but perchance he did not tell you of me. My name is Gistola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the aether in the hope that it might offer up some clue as to our predicament. I'd say I owed you my life, but that don't cover it. If it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. 'Tis a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Take me to Summerford Farms and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me, mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until our paths next cross, farewell. Back to Stilburn. The names out here in Limsa are always going to be a struggle. Even when I think I've figured it out, it's still going to be a struggle to repeat it. Ooh, there's Severin. In yours and all adventure, I've caused more than my fair share of trouble during my time here. Not that you need telling. Lo, I knew you'd return. Yashola delivered Severin a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too, the lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That and the rest. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Sahagin. 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishback's flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see? But the Reavers have never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Leminsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home, Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long round here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reavers offered me a way out instead, my freedom in exchange for my mates. The letter. I don't know what I was thinking. Snort. I'm not going to try to make that sound. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear 'em talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed, however good, can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that, I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I'll bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms. Summerford Farms remembers, lad. And I'll always be in your debt, Stilvern. I owe you a debt too, Lavenza. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Baderon what's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put a good word for Severin if he knew the whole story. And here's one of the few people, and he's one of the few people I know the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly ask of you. Safe travels, lass. Still he has nothing to say. Oh, I'll just... Okay, I think I'm going to plop myself in front of Baderon and then going to take a real quick break. All right. Let us continue, shall we? Talk to Baderon here. Here we go. Bloody elves, life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. But you needn't worry yourself over young Severin. The yellow jacket as the yellow jacket as it ends out. Oh, okay. The yellow jacket as ends out the punishments is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from Angen to Keelhaulin. Kindly gent that he is. Uh, I'm only jesting with you. I'll see he's threatened, treated fair. Jeez. This, like, you know, how they cut off, like, the first letter or whatever just stumbles me up. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything old Stilvern asked of you and more, justifying me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lass. As for a reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How do you fancy keeping her company for a spell, with free room and board? Hell yeah. Venturing's a trying business, after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones. And take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that? Good. There'll always be free. There'll always be a free bed for you, so make use of it. Ooh, they're available now. Uh, not that you'll, uh, not that you'll have much time for lying around, but with all the leaves you'll be doing, not with what with all the leaves you'll be doing. See what I was telling you about reading? Didn't I mention? I'm putting your name down for leaves. Our guild draws all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folks will pay to avoid doing an honest day's labor. Just give mockery, or just mockery, uh, a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. Oh, and it's all above board. In case you're wondering, we're careful to stay on the admiral's right side here. Unlike some pirates I could mention, I tell you, if it turns out they had aught to do with them kidnappings, there'll be 7 hells to pay, a proper bleeding reckoning. Hell yeah, Merle will mess some people up. Uh, Mayhap that's what Laminza needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to right it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. Well, that's quite the recommendations list is now available. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you want to join me live, please jump over to my Twitch channel, same name as this one, Game Shark, with a C, not like the fish. I'll be over there every Tuesday through Saturday, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Again, thank you for watching.